These literally disintegrated in my hand. In this video, we're unboxing a relic from the past. This is a Memorex MP3 player that was manufactured in September of 2004. Now, believe it or not, I did use MP3 players as a teenager. I was born in 1996. And yes, iPods were a thing. And let's be real, my family was too poor to get me an iPod. But I did have, like, the little janky MP3 players, but they were royalty back then. I mean, you could have your music on, like, it was so amazing. And now we live in an age where we're literally subscribing to music. And if you're not subscribing to music, like paying every month with a subscription, then you're listening to ads, which we just live in a completely different time, and I hope someday MP3 players will come back, I think they are, like, wanting to make a comeback, because I think a lot of people are now realizing that we don't own anything. Yeah, you can buy CDs, and, vinyls are coming back, records, and some modern artists even make cassettes, and, like, physical media. I think a lot of people are realizing, like, I'm fed up as well. Now, me personally, I like to own my own things. I actually have a bunch of MP3 files on my laptop or hard drive from years and years ago, from when I was sporting around an MP3 player. In fact, some of the test MP3 files that I'm going to hopefully be able to get to load onto this, because I don't have my laptop with me, I loaded them onto my phone, and we're going to use it. Those files are actual files I downloaded from way back in the day. Now, I did rip CDs back in the day, but also CDs I didn't have. Not going to get into that, but I don't know. Like, physical media will always be king. It'll always be the best. It just will always be the best. But then again, modern convenience of streaming is nice until you own pretty much every subscription. Like myself, we pretty much own just about all of them. I say own, but, like, we're subscribed. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. We're subscribed to pretty much every platform there is. Pretty much. Not my choice. Other people in the household really want to have them. Me personally, I truly mainly only use YouTube. And we have YouTube Premium, but I mainly am on YouTube. I'm not a show binger or anything like that. Nothing like that. I love my YouTube. I love my YouTube, and I'm on there the most out of anything. I rarely use anything else. But we have the Netflix. We have the Paramount. We have the Peacock. And Tubi and Pluto, I've always loved those. Those have always been free. I hope they always stay free. But it sucks when you're subscribed to all these, platforms, and you see a movie you want to watch, and this has happened to me before. Been in Goodwill, saw a movie, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it might be good, to own it. Like, I've never seen it before, but hey, let me go home, let me get on my phone, and I'll go home and say I'll watch it. I'll watch it, and if I like it, I'll come back and get it at Goodwill, whatever. So you get on the phone, pull up Google, and this is a true story. It's happened to me countless times. You pull out the phone, you look it up, and it says, oh, it's on this platform, but you got to buy or rent it. Buy it or rent it. And renting it, it's like $4. And it's like, well, I might as well just get the DVD here for $1.59. And I don't know. It's just the scenario of, it's like all these platforms, even Netflix is another one, to where you'll be subscribed with Netflix. We do the ads because I don't mind ads. Growing up, we had commercials. I don't mind ads unless they're, like, to an extent. If you have an ad every 2-3 minutes, there's going to be a problem. But me personally, I don't mind ads. It's whatever. I grew up with commercials on, cable TV. So ads don't really bother me to an extent. If they go crazy with them, then we have a problem. But Netflix, let me get back on that. There's been a time when there was something that was supposedly on Netflix I wanted to watch. So, boot up Netflix, and it says, hey, you need to have the premium version, the ad-free version. It's like, what? I'm already subscribed, and now you want me to be able to watch it on your platform? I need to have the premium subscription, the ad-free version, to be able to watch? Like, it's stupid. It's dumb. My point is, physical media will always be king, and that does not differ from audio. Holding a CD, owning a CD, being able to take that CD and rip the files off of it and put them on an MP3, it'll always be the best. But then again, the convenience of streaming, like YouTube Music, I love that. I'm never going to, I don't see myself ever getting rid of YouTube Premium. I've never used Spotify. I know everyone always says, oh, Spotify. I've never used Spotify. I've always been YouTube Premium, and I love it. I don't think I'll ever get rid of YouTube Premium because it's the fact of being able to just search whatever you want. And then you could, think about that and then rip files and put them on. What I'm trying to get at is physical media will always be king. I used MP3 players back in the day. And like I mentioned, some of the files that I have preloaded on my phone, I didn't want to bring my laptop, I'm going to transfer over, were actual files I downloaded back in the day. So, let's get right into it. Memorex Biomorph. So this MP3 player has an internal memory without an SD card of 128 megabytes. Yes, megabytes. Now, I have physical SD cards, like the really big ones. They don't take micro. It takes the big ones. I have some of them somewhere at home. They're in a box somewhere that I used to use, for camcorders, and they should be megabytes. But yeah, gigabytes will not work on this. I talked to Google AI and it said, yeah, them gigabyte little SD cards, because I had the micros on hand and I had like the big adapter. I was like, would they be able to read this? And it's like, probably not, because, them are gigabytes. I'm like, yeah. And so it does have 128 megabytes of internal memory. So that's what we're going to use. No SD. It does not come with an SD card, but it does include the headphones, the adapter. That's things that companies just don't do no more. They don't give you headphones. They used to back in the day. They don't do it no more. They're too cheap. They got cheap. So Memorex, they hook you up. They give you the headphones. They give you the wires. They even give you a battery. But peeping through in here, like, you can tell it's corroded. But we got the rusty but trusty little knife right here. We're just going to get right into it. So we're going to... Someday I'm going to have to end up changing this blade, and it's not going to be rusty but trusty. I have to retire this when that happens, because we always want it to be... It's trusty, okay? It's trusty. Hasn't let me down yet. Oh, that is just so light. It just came right out of there. So, let's just go ahead and look at this for right now. It says Memorex right on the back. It's very, very light. We have the sticker right there that we're going to go ahead and peel off. It is so sticky. It's that. Oh, that is sticky. Oh, my fingerprints are being shown on that. You can see my fingerprints. That is. Ooh, now it's sticky on my hand. You seeing that? Oh, that is sick. Okay, whatever. There's the SD card adapter. Like I said, big SD card, not the little one. The like I said, I have some from back in the day, being able to use them on camcorders and stuff, and digital cam. Those are coming back too. Like, this stuff is coming back, guys. I'm telling you. Walmart has a $30 camcorder. Like, people are realizing, like, I've said it before in videos, and it's the truth. We want nostalgia. Even flip phones. I've seen so many videos of people saying, oh, people like the younger generation, younger than me, are saying, I want a flip phone, and that. I lived through it. Like, those are simple times. That's just what we had. It was the best of the best. That's all we had. That is all we had. It was the best. I used to get on, like as a teenager, shouldn't have been doing it. There were chat rooms back on. Like, this is when you had to pay like 99 cents a day. I'll always remember. You had to pay 99 cents a day, but there was a way to bypass it. You had to, like, send a link to yourself. And you had to extract it. Like, it sounds difficult, but like, you had to send a link to yourself. And oh, that is so annoying, that stickiness. I don't like that. You had to send a link to yourself, so the best one to do would have been like Google, or you could send like Facebook. But you could send www.google.com, and then that opens up the possibility to search anything. You send it to yourself, and you was able to bypass the 99 cents. You had to pay 99 cents a day, actually pay for 24 hours on the Samsung flip phone, because or you could talk after 9 p.m. for free. That was another thing. But you could get unlimited texting cards, monthly, prepaid. I did prepaid. I know some people did the fancy contract phones. I was too poor for that. Wasn't having that. Couldn't do that. And it's okay. But it was, I think it was a $15 card you could buy. I think they had $10. They ended up coming out $10 ones. But it was $10 a month of unlimited texting, free calling after 9 to, I think it was, if I remember right, it was other Verizon. I can't really remember. It's quite a while ago, but it's the best times. But internet was 99 cents a day, but you'd be able to bypass it by sending a link to yourself, extracting that, and you click it, and it would just boot up straight to that internet. And they ended up patching it. They did end up patching it quite a ways. Like, you was able to get by with doing that for quite a while. They ended up patching it, but it was good times, simpler times. But there's a chat room I used to get into. There was MBuzzy, Moco Space. Like, I'm telling my age. I already said I was born in 96. I'm telling my age, but like, those were just the simpler times. I remember I first got my Facebook account. Like, times were just much simpler. I don't know. I just took off the plastic. I don't think, there wasn't going to be any like ASMR. Like, it wasn't that. This stickiness, I don't like that. We're going to have to try to, I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to fix it, repair that or not. Get that stickiness off. But there's the back there. It's like you can clip that. Is there a clip in here? Is there a clip in here? You can clip that? Like, I could just picture being able to clip that to the side of your pants. But there's that. We're going to sit that right there. We're going to get out the trusty knife again. But this thing pretty much has what you need. It has your headphones. Like I said, they hooked you up back in the day. I remember Apple, they used to hook you up. Now, when I was in school, I was able to save up money. My first job, I can't remember. I was able to save up money. I stupidly got an iPod Touch. I think it's 4th generation. Friends had them at school. They'd play Angry Birds and Cut the Rope and things like that. And I wanted one. And I remember saving up the money. It's like $200. I can't remember. Quite a bit of money for someone at my age. I saved up the money and I bought it. And I realized that there was a thing called iTunes. And you had to like buy the songs. And I'm like, what? You got to buy this? Like, I can just, take a file and move it over. And I'm sure there was a process of being able to do what I was doing on the MP3 player with the iPod. There's iPod Touch, 4th generation. It was white. I'm sure there was a process on, being able to do that. I don't know, but I know iTunes, they wanted you to pay per song. And I'm like, I'm not, Like, I could rip CDs, like my own personal CDs, I could rip those. I don't know. I regretted that. The only thing I used that iPod for, there was an app I downloaded on the App Store, and it was like where you could take your own MP3 files and put them on it. And I listened through there, but I did not mess with iTunes. And then my only other Apple product I owned was a iPod Touch, and it was an iPhone 4S. It had the Siri with it. I bought it from a buddy of mine back in the day. Had a crack in the screen. I can't remember how much I gave him, $50, $100, but I can't remember. He got a new phone upgraded. He had the contract and all that. And I hated that thing. Like, at the time, it was I probably liked it, appreciated it. Let's just say I haven't used iPhone ever since, and I never will. Never will. Okay, so opening this up, we have manual. Pretty thick manual at that. Pretty thick. Oh, we have a digital audio player CD. That's, I don't know, maybe the software? I don't know. That's another thing that's reminding me. Phones nowadays, including my phone, which I don't have like a like, my phone's not like a dinosaur, but it's, it don't have, you know, the headphone jack. And I always said, like, I remember years and years ago before I bought this one, I'm like, man, no headphone jack, that's just stupid. Like, I always want to have a headphone jack. Listen, I love my Bluetooth headphones. I love them. But it is nice to be able to use wired. And I use wired when I'm editing at home. I have like the USB-C dongle and all that, but I don't know. I'm not sitting saying we need to have the headphone jack back, but like, would your phone be able to be fully waterproof with the headphone jack back? Probably, because speaker has holes, and I don't know. Bring the headphone jack back. Like, it'd be nice to be able to have it. I'm sure they could do that to where your phone's completely waterproof and be able to have the headphone jack. Because look at the speaker. We have product registration. I don't think we'll be able to register this, but we'll see. We'll see about that. I don't know. We'll see. And then here we have it. Oh, is that I would say that's an arm. Okay, let's start with the headphones. They are braided headphones. Actual braided wire. I'm impressed that's braided. I was not expecting that. I'm not a big into those style. I have not used that style in literal years. Well over a decade or so. I have not used that style. They have the little earmuff tips, like the little padded foam. That's what I'm looking for. Now, this is not micro USB. Obviously, it's not going to be USB-C. It's not even micro USB. It's, I don't know the proper name of that. It's a thick one, though. It doesn't even look like the one that you would use on a, kind of looks like a trapezoid-like. It doesn't even look like that. I'm not sure the proper name of that. We have this here. It kind of puts me in the mind of like an armband, but it's not. There's some, I don't know. There's that. Obviously, the MP3 sits into that. That'd be nice. Well, the edge is still going to be uncovered, so I'm still going to get stickiness. And then we have this band here. And then here's the battery that I could see through the window, the corrosion. So the battery, rip, not going to be able to use that. A lot of corrosion on that. So let's go ahead and, I came prepared with a battery. And now it is a rechargeable battery. Hopefully it'll work. I hope it works. Oh, that's weird. Look at that. So like the battery terminal, it like flips up. Flips up. All right. Well, it just clamps right back down. That's interesting. This stickiness, I cannot get over that. I don't like that. So this does have internal. Come on, you. So this does have internal memory. I think it's at 128 megabytes. I'm probably going to slip and say gigabytes. No, gigabytes weren't even a thing. They were probably a thing, but like, that was like, it wasn't a thing like on MP3 players at this time. Maybe it was. Like, it just wasn't like, it's like gigabytes? What? Like, that ain't even like, that's scientists. Like, that's a laboratory being able to hold gigabytes of storage. And it's weird how time, I need to pop that down some. This stickiness is bothering me, I will say that. I'm not putting it on wrong. That part there is bothering me. It's like not wanting to sit in there. Like it just popped up a little bit. Okay, so there's the USB. Oh. It's like melted. I don't know if you guys are seeing that well, but it's like melted. And this came off and popped off, and it literally broke into pieces. Like the plastic is literally sticking to my fingers. So will this cord at least be able to plug in? Because I need this to be able to plug in for data transfer. Guys, it's like literally melted. Like it's like I don't know if my camera's even gonna be able to focus in on that. Because I film on a DJI Osmo Action 4, so it's an action cam, and guys, it's like literally melted right there. Is this? Oh my. Okay, well, whatever it was, it got shoved in there. I don't even know. I don't know. We'll have to see. Let's see if we can power this baby on. I hope it powers on. Okay, it did come on. It says no files. The stickiness is like on the screen. Probably shouldn't have licked it. It says no files right there. Which is, yeah, obviously. It says norm at the bottom. It said norm. I was about to say, well, that's normal, you know, saying no files. Right there it says norm. I was about to say, like, that's normal, no files. I should not have licked that. Anyways, okay. Now I want to get stickiness on my phone. Okay, so what we need to do is, this should work, because I already got the files on my phone here. So we have this adapter here. I should probably take off my case. Well, okay, that was able to plug in. And then we have this. No, that ain't gonna work. Okay, I brought another adapter. This should work. This right here. I came prepared, guys. But if this don't work and we can't move files over, that's lame. I mean, at least I showed you guys an unboxing. I'll probably cut the video and we'll film, and like I'll move the files over onto it off camera. Like I could have done that, but then I would have had it unboxed off camera, and I didn't want to do that. This should work. It's USB-C and then USB there. Plug this in. Okay, and yeah. So I should be able to that guy's sketchy looking, the one that just went by. I had to lock my dealer, he looked sketchy looking. Okay, so we're gonna plug this into here. Plug this end into this. Okay, let me plug it into this first. Okay, plug this into my phone, 'cause I don't wanna break my port. Okay, my phone is sensing it. Mass storage is what this is now saying. You guys probably are not seeing it that well. Maybe. I don't know. It's not sunny out, so there's no like reflection. It's a very dreary day out today. It really is. Okay, I have the file. Okay, it came up. 124 megabytes right there. It came up on my phone. Right there. It came up. So I should be able to just take the folder that I already have. I don't know if I can take the folder or if I gotta take the individual files. Like I did this on my laptop at home. Technically, yeah, I'm going to take in each individual file. It's only 28. It's just random different ones. And then copy them to the storage. Just copy here. Not enough memory. Delete some items. What? Okay, I would take like 1 or 2 files then. It said not enough memory. Okay, we're going to take that one. We will take... See, some of the files are... That's why. I took some Jeff Foxworthy comedy skit. I love Jeff Foxworthy. I took some Jeff Foxworthy comedy skits, like MP3 files that I downloaded back in the day that I would listen to on my MP3 player. 117 megabytes. That's why. Lips of an Angel, Hinder, Long Black Train, Josh Turner, Living on Love, Alan Jackson. We won't move over the Jeff Foxworthys. So I'm going to go ahead and select all of them, but unselect the big files, which are the Jeff Foxworthy's, like 132 megabytes for that one, 40 megabytes for that one, and then the other one, 117 megabytes. That should be enough now. Because when I went to go sit down, I'm like, what do you mean not enough? Okay, it's moving them over, 24 files. Moving them over now. So, I hope it works. I mean, I got to watch because copyright, so I'm not going to sit here and play it like... We're going to click on some of the files and see if it works. But man, being able to plug in these... Like I still use wired headphones. I just have to use like the USB C dongle. You know, the little adapter to be able to plug in. Found a bunch of them at Goodwill for 99 cents here, J-Labs. So this is off time. They're still moving over. There's only like 9 left I gotta do. Off topic, at Goodwill, so this is a few months ago. I'm like, I really want to use wired headphones again, you know, when I'm editing. It's just nice not to have to worry about the Bluetooth. And so you just plug in and literally mainly I use it when I'm editing because I don't listen to music on my laptop. But when I'm editing, and I watch YouTube videos on TV, I want to be able to just, you know, so I had to go out and buy one of them like dongles, the little USB-C to the headphone adapter. I bought one of those at Walmart. It's like $7, $8, I can't remember. The next day, I'm not even kidding you, the next day, I found a bunch of them, probably 10 of them at least. I bought them all because they're only 99 cents each. I found 10 J-Lab the brand, USB-C, the same exact adapter I needed the day before. Found a bunch of them at Goodwill for 99 cents. I bought them all because I'm like, these are just nice to have. Because USB-C, I don't see it getting any better than USB-C. I know Apple, that's another thing about Apple has always been so greedy. I hate Apple. I hate Apple. I will never go to Apple. I hate Apple. They are thinking about coming out with a charger that's magnetic. That's because they want to price gouge you. They want to make their OEM charger and say, hey, yeah, more money for us because they were forced to move to USB-C. And USB-C, I don't see it going anywhere. Like, how much better can it get than USB-C? Unless you're able to physically wirelessly charge. And I don't mean like place it on a mat. I mean like somehow being able to like wirelessly charge being so close to adapter. I'm sure they'll eventually figure that out someday. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a thing in a science lab somewhere. I don't know. I don't see it getting any better than USB-C. It's literally rounded. You don't have to be turning it over to fit it in. Like, remember micro USB? Remember that? When you had to like put it in a specific way? USB-C, I don't see it getting any better. That's why I bought all those adapters, 99 cents. You can't beat it. So my files are now moved over. One of the files, I'll probably get hit with a copyright if I play too much of it. Let me go ahead and get this. The stickiness is, it's literally all of my fingers in the palm of my hand. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So there's these. Oh, I have, this is bringing back memories, the earbuds. And so back in the day, I used to really be big into magic tricks, performing magic. And I'd always have these literally disintegrated in my hand. That freaking stickiness. The padding literally is disintegrating in my hand. It's that old. What? I mean, let's be real. I'm surprised, but I'm not I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. I just wasn't expecting that. But then again, I mean, we don't need it. It's fine. But no. Having the headphones put around like this, I used to be able to like, there's a magic trick back in the day. I don't want to reveal it or anything. It's by a magician named Kalen Morelli. He showed it like on a Penguin Live. And I want to butcher it. You can't really see it well because you wanted to use white headphones. They were best. And you'd like take it and you'd snap the wire through the one wire. Man, this is bringing back memories. And I have a lot of that stuff documented, at least on picture. I have some old video from back in the day. Some. I've had a YouTube channel even before this channel that I don't know why stupidly deleted. But I ended up deleting it, and then it was called the Richie TV as well. I had the official Gmail, the Richie TV, and I deleted that email, and that's why my current email, business email, is the Richie TV official, because I'm still official of the Richie TV. There's the files, guys. I'm seeing them read off. Brett Eldridge, because I'm a 90s baby, but nothing will beat I love 90s country, always will. Conway Twitty, 80s. I love that era of music, 70s. But you got to think, I grew up in time, being a young lad in the car on the radio. I don't listen to radio anymore. Back in the day when I did listen to radio, being in the car as a young lad, these hits were on. Now, well, Brett Eldridge, I will say he was like mid-2010s. So, like early 2010s, probably, roughly. So I don't know one seen that saying, oh, that ain't 90s country, because, I love my... Did this just power off? Don't tell me it just power... Okay, it did power off, maybe because I wasn't doing nothing with it. But Brett Eldridge, beat of the music. Falling in love to the beat of the music. I'm not a good singer, guys. Let's just play. How's this work? It's playing it. Okay, we're going to pause that. This is kind of weird. Like, I kind of like it. It's like a little toggle switch. Up and down really smooth, and that changes the song. Drinking Problem, Midland. Head Over Boots, John Party. I just took random files, guys, that I had in my... And 303, I'm Not Your Boyfriend, Baby. And then, what's the other 303? If Heaven Wasn't So Far Away, Justin Moore. Like, cause I know I'm going to have some people be like, oh... Thought you was into 90s country. I don't listen to modern country, really. Not really. Now, I do like some Zach Top. I like Ella Langley. She's a babe. She's a babe. But she's a babe, and like her song, Be Her's a pretty good one. And what's that one? Choosing Texas, that's a good one. But I don't really get into modern country. Like, I found out about Zach Top, like, probably, like, little short videos, TikToks and stuff. But I don't listen to modern country. I don't listen to the radio to learn about new people. Ella Langley, she's a babe, though. But I will say, early 2000, like, 2000s to 2010s, and, like, some of the early 2010s is some pretty good stuff. Like, it's not bad. Like, it slowly started to... It was on a decline. Like, you can't sit and say it was like the actual, like, oh, this is country. Like, this is 90s country. It wasn't. But it was like, it started to just decline. And I don't know. Country music just ain't country music anymore. Lips of an Angel, Hinder. We got to keep it going because I don't want to get copyrighted. Living on Love, Alan Jackson. I just took a few random files, moved them over. Long Black Train, Josh Turner. Man in the Mirror, Michael Jackson. My first kiss went a little like this. 303. My first kiss went like this. Man, this is some nostalgic throwback. Old Dominion, No Such Thing as a Broken Heart. Brantley Gilbert, I love Brantley Gilbert. I do. One Hell of an Amen. Now, obviously, he's not like a 90s country, but he's a rock country. And I like rock. And Seeing Red, Dustin Lynch. I even added some Upchurch on here. Stuck on You, Lionel Richie. Stuck on You. Got this feeling down deep in my soul. Man, this is just throwback. This is throwback. I had to do it. Boats and Hoes. Me, My Boats and Hoes. Guys, I actually had that MP3 file downloaded, Boats and Hoes. Step Brothers. I actually downloaded that back in the day, MP3 file of YouTube, and oh man, this is just nostalgic overload. Burnout, Midland. Whatever happened to Midland? Like, they were so good. Like, they were newer. Like, they were a newer group, not 90s. But when you heard them, they even look the 80s, 70s, 80s. Like, they look like the older generation of country. And their music was just so good. So good. Whatever happened to Midland? Whatever happened to them? Drinking problem, Midland. Michael Ray, everything in between. I like Michael Ray. He's not bad. I liked him. I hate running my fingers through my hair with my fingers sticky. Stuck on you, Lionel Richie. Did my ones not down? My ones didn't go. Okay, so before I left, I got on YouTube and I was able to grab some songs and I put them over, but they were a different file. Like, I had some Upchurch, Ghost Ranch. Oh, I love that song, Upchurch, Ghost Ranch. Now, I'm going to go on the record and say, I'm not really into the whole country rap thing, but I do really like like, southern rock songs, like Ghost Ranch. Like, I like the songs that aren't really rap. Like, I don't know. Back in the day, okay, I've listened to rap before. That's been documented. I've listened to rap, okay? I was never heavy into it, but I've listened to it. As I grew up, I just wanted to get away from it. Having a daughter, I don't want her to be hearing that music. That's a main takeaway on why I just stopped really getting into listening to it. It's just not my thing. And I listen to a variety of music. Frankie Valli, I love the 50s music, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Some 2000s. Like, I like some modern music. But I just stepped away from rap. Like, I don't know. But country raps, I love country music. That's why I'm, like, saying this specifically. I just can't get on board with it. I don't know. I don't mind hearing, like, I'm not like I hear Upchurch rapping. I'm not like, oh, shut that off. But, like, I don't know. I'm not sitting saying I would never get into it, I don't know. It reminds me a lot of, and I like dubstep, because I'm thinking back to, like, the old, like, 2010s TV shows I used to love watching. Like, Jersey Shore. I used to love watching Jersey Shore. I'd watch it every week when it was on. I believe it was Thursdays at 10, I think it was on. It knew every week. I used to love it. I don't watch it anymore. Quite frankly, I think they kind of need to grow up. But then again, I get it. They're securing the bag. They're getting money by still making the show. I get it. I completely get it. I completely understand. Get the bag. I get it. But it reminds me of a TV show called, and a lot of people may not remember this, it was a TV show called Buck Wild. I loved it. It was pretty much Jersey Shore, but countrified. Kids from West Virginia, riding four-wheelers, mudding. Rest in peace, Shane Gandy. Unfortunate situation of him. I think the show only ran for, was it one season? They was going to do a second. Shane Gandy, he was one of the boys on there, and he passed away from carbon monoxide poisoning. Rest in peace. Gandy, you know why they call me Shane Gandy? Something candy. Because it's trick or treat all year long. That's what, oh man, nostalgic throwback. Anyways, I mentioned Buck Wild because they played country rap on there. I remember hearing it for the first time, and I don't think I didn't like, oh, turn it off. Like, it was like, there's one called, like, it went like, just take me home to where I belong. It was something like that. I can't remember. And I don't remember, like, minding it, like, then. So I'm not sitting saying, oh, I'll never listen to it. It's just, I quit listening to rap quite a few years ago, because I don't know. I just didn't want my daughter exposed to it. But then again, I don't listen to it myself. It's just something I never minded, like, stepping away from. Like, I used to really enjoy it. Like, I wasn't heavy into it, but I liked listening to Drake. This is back in the day. This is like comeback season time. Stuff like this is documented, like, on my Facebook page. Like, I had Drake's shirt. But I also listened to country and stuff too. Like, I literally was born, I was born out in the country. Well, I was born in a van in Ada, Ohio. But I was like, literally, like, grew up out in the country, run down, raggedy ass trailer, like, out in the country. Like, I live out in the woods. Like, I was from that. I live that. I miss it. I miss living out in the country. I want to get back out in the country. But I'm from that. And that's documented. That is documented. Early channel, go back, you can look, I was splitting wood. Out there, it's documented stuff. But having my child, I just wanted to step away from it. I don't want her exposed to that. I don't know. It's just, I truly do think that music can influence you. I know a lot of people are going to sit and say, no, it won't. No, it's difficult. Some might think like that doesn't make sense because I've heard those things. I've listened to those things before, but I didn't go down that path. I didn't go down the path of boozing it up, smoking. I've never done drugs in my life. But I think music can influence you, especially people that can be easily influenced. So having my daughter wanted me to really step up. I know I'm going off track. I mentioned the whole Upchurch thing. I like Upchurch. I truly do believe that he's not crazy. I know a lot of people say, oh, he's crazy. He's crazy. I don't think so. I think he's accurate. I've watched him for quite some time now. Many years now, known of him, watched him. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's accurate. And I know all this stuff is coming out, so it's easy to say, well, now you're saying it. No, I truly do believe he's not crazy. He knows what he's talking about. The corruption, all of that. Don't even get me started on the whole Jelly Roll stuff. I don't know. I know this took a different path, talking about music and stuff, but I mentioned the whole Upchurch thing, though, because I had some files I put on here, but they were different file type. They were MP4. They were like M38. It was some kind of weird file name, and I noticed that they're not on here when they should be. So, I don't know. Ghost Ranch, I know, is one of them. Ghost Ranch and Holler Boys, I really like those too. There's a few other ones I like of him, but I don't know, guys. Memorex MP3, like, I'm actually going to use this thing. I am going to use this thing. I hope it's not broke because of that piece, but I was able to data transfer the songs over. So, I need to get this cleaned up. If anybody has any suggestions, it's like that rubber-like texture, but it's sticky, I think, from many years of just sitting in a box. So it was sealed. If anybody has any suggestions, Google on maybe, I don't know. Let me know, because I don't want to damage this, because I will actually use this. I will actually get an SD card. Well, I got to find it at home. If I can't find it at home, I'll find one on eBay. They're megabytes I got to get. And I will actually, I've always loved physical media, guys. So it's not like I'm jumping on board like, oh, physical media, guys, DVDs and all that. No, I've always been on board with doing it, like collecting it. Now, many years ago, I do regret it. I did end up, this was the whole, there's a time in my life when there was the minimalism trend. I don't know if it's still a thing. And I wanted to start minimalizing my life. So I ended up ripping DVDs, the files, ended up getting rid of the DVDs. No, it's the CDs. And there's a time I did get rid of some DVDs as well. And I regret it. I regret it because I love the nostalgia. I don't know. Just do what you want to do in life. Don't let nobody convince you or sway you. I'm not sitting saying go out and be a hoarder. But that's a regret I do have. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm getting back on board with getting my stuff, like DVDs that I had and all that physical media. I've always been a lover of physical media. I had tons and tons. It is overwhelming, the DVDs I had. But I have a very, very huge collection I started back up quite some time ago, few years ago. I know this headphone is so funky, that flat, when used to like the, well, I have a pair with me. God, I'm making everything so sticky and I don't like it. Compared to a modern headphone, a Tozo T10s, T12s. I don't know which ones these are. You know, where they have the actual tip there. I don't know, guys, like, nostalgia overload. I know I'm already filming at 52 minutes this video. I hope it's not that long. It's probably gonna be at least like 40 minutes. But you gotta think in my videos, I just ran on about different. I probably, and I've mentioned this before, I probably have a mild form of undiagnosed, like ADHD or something, or ADD or attention. I don't know. My attention will wander off, and I don't know, guys. Like, this is pretty cool. Like, I've lived it. I've had it. I miss it. We got on the topic of talking about phones. I mentioned phones. Flip phones. How people are talking about the nostalgic of that. It feels like I talked about that so long ago. I've been going on 52 minutes. Man, I would not mind having a flip phone. Like, times were just so much simpler back then. So much simpler. Look at that. Look at that. I just noticed that. One of the headphones is shorter than the other. The wire. You guys probably not seeing it well. Because, like, this headphone wire is this short. And this one is like this long. Is that so you can literally like I think that might be so you can like literally share music. Like, I have one in my ear and a friend has one in their, maybe. Like, that actually might be. This is crazy. Man, nostalgia overload. I don't know what to say, guys. Nostalgia overload. I really stuff like this needs to make a comeback, and I think it is. We, the people, need to take back ownership. It's just, with Netflix acquiring Warner Brothers and HBO and all that stuff, it's not good. It's not good at all. Because Netflix is one of the platforms where they don't want you to own. They will not release their, episode or seasons out on DVD. They don't want to do that because they don't want you to own it. Oh, you want to watch it? Subscribe. Even if that means you'll subscribe for a month. I started playing on accident. Even if that means you'll subscribe for a month, we got that money out of you. But you may want to watch it again. Because I know there's some people out there that, and I'm not like that. I've always been the type of, I like to go back and watch something time for time again. If I want to watch it every day, I like to be able to do that. And with streaming, how they take things away, and it's just, owning is better. Owning is better. Always will be. But Netflix acquiring HBO, Warner Brothers, and whatever else, it's not good. It is not good. Luckily, one of the shows I do really like is Sopranos. On HBO. It's on HBO right now. That's going to be going to obviously Netflix because they're acquiring HBO. I believe that's part of the deal. So Sopranos, like them DVD productions, are going to stop. Netflix is going to put a stop to that. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I got to get those. I got to get those. Because what's going to happen is when they stop producing these seasons and DVDs, when Netflix forces the stop of it, they're going to skyrocket in price. If you want to own it, it's going to skyrocket. So I got to make sure I purchase that because I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. Love that. So that's another one I really want to get. Boardwalk Empires. I've always heard great things about the show. That's another platform that we do have. Streaming platform is HBO. I've always heard great things about that show. I've never seen it, but I should probably get on with watching it. That way, if I really do like it, I could buy the seasons before. I'm going to end the video here, guys. Physical media will always be superior. Always will be. There's nothing wrong with collecting DVDs. Nothing wrong with it. CDs, vinyl, even though vinyl prices are freaking outrageous. There's nothing wrong with owning it and having it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Physical media will always be superior. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I look forward to definitely using this. I need to get that sticky crap figured out, though, because I'm not liking that sticky crap. I'm not liking that. But, oh, it even has a little lock button so you don't accidentally skip your song. That reminds me of, you know, the CD players back in the day. Had like, then they came out with the anti-skip one. You guys remember Hit Clips? You guys remember Hit Clip? Oh, they had the Britney Spears Hit Clip. Hit me, baby, one more time. And we're going to end the video because my mind is wandering off. Physical media will always be superior, will always be king. I will catch you guys in the next video. Actually, as I was putting everything away, I remembered that they had this, it came with this little case here that you can snap it in. And I just want to show you guys that. It's pretty cool. It even has the Memorex branding, actually branded in right there. Pretty cool. It's still sticky on the edges. We got to get that stickiness figured out. Like I said, if anybody has any suggestions on how to do that, Google on possibility. I just don't want to ruin this because I actually will use this. I'm definitely going to get, you know, a memory card to be able to have more songs on it. But I'm definitely going to, you guys know I love to just, I like to correct my hair. I use sea salt spray. I like to correct my hair, and I have that stuff on my fingers, and it's still, I don't know what that's all about. It's annoying, that rubberness called stickiness on my fingers, and I don't like that. Anyways, yeah, I want to show you guys that. That is annoying how that did break off there, that little port, that little clip. It is what it is. It's old. This is a dinosaur. I am actually older than this, but I am a dinosaur. I was born in 1996, so I want to show you guys that. And then this little, so this is like an armband where you could put it around. So remember we were talking about that? It had the inside. Gotta watch this. I don't want this case to break. Had that little piece there. You can run this through it. Okay, well, okay, there we go. It's doing it. It's doing it. It's doing it. You can run this through it like that. And then you can like put it around. Like, oh God, I'm telling you, I'm loving this thing. That'll go up through there, and you gotta like connect it, and then you can run with it. Loving this. But what I'm saying is that this case here has the same little clip in the back there, so you can, guys, this thing is pretty cool. Like this simple, like the simplestness, the nostalgia. It's all about nostalgia, guys. It always will be. Nostalgia, that's what we want. We want the memories of the old times. I was going to mention this on video. It just made me think about it. I forgot. I want to mention it now. So what a company needs to do, and this would be so smart, and I know they still make them, okay? I know they still make them, you know. A company needs to, well, I guess they kind of already do it. Samsung, okay? Apple could do it, but they won't do it. Samsung needs to come out with a flip phone. A flip phone. Maybe they do have one. I don't know. But make it to where, like, it's not super expensive. It don't gotta have, like, the fancy stuff, guys. It don't gotta have the fancy stuff. Make a flip phone like we had back in the day, but make it to where it could have unlimited texting. Like, if we had, like, say, like, I'm on Visible right now. Make it to where we can have unlimited texting. And, like, Prepaid cards, I know they're still a thing. Samsung, just do it. Do it. Make a flip phone. I hope, maybe it is a thing and I just sound like an idiot right now because I didn't do research on this. Make a simple flip phone. You do little prepaid cards where you can pay $10 a month or $15. I know inflation. I pay $25 a month for Visible, and it's unlimited texting and calling and internet, no data cap. Do that because Visible owns Verizon, or Verizon owns Visible. Come out with that. Make the card $25, whatever. Visible, yes, do this. Visible, Verizon, do this. Come out with a basic phone and have it to where you have your unlimited texting, your calling, and basic internet on that basic screen. No touch. No, no, no. We don't want touch. We want the click of buttons. We want the button clicks. We don't want the touch. Don't do that. Don't even do that. Like, it reminds me of back in the day, like this simple, like remember the phones where they'd be like this and then you could fold it up like the Envy Touch, the LG Envy Touch. Like they were the big, thick, bulky phones, the LG Envy. And they had the jukebox that like swung up. And we want just simple, come out of the phone with just buttons. And I know they still are a thing, but Samsung should get on that if they have not already. I'm not too sure if they have. Anyways, that is just pencil thoughts going on in my head or whatever I don't know. Is that the proper word, pencil thoughts? I don't know. They're basically scribble thoughts that I'm thinking in my head that are floating and fluttering. And money is to be made off nostalgia. It's always is a thing. Then people got an Ohio tag. I'm from Ohio. I don't know what county they are. I truly am ending this time. I will catch you guys in the next video.